Welcome, good day. Today we are going to talk to you about one of the most dangerous diseases that has spread around the world. For a long time, that is, since the day human civilization began, this disease has been causing great harm to humans. In the past, this was called a pandemic. In 1815, the Great Britain had the same cause of death as all the other four. In the last 200 years, this has affected about 1 billion people in the world. It has caused more natural disasters than any other disease. Even today, the world's largest number of deaths are caused by this disease. You may have a little idea about what we're talking about, but then we get to it, I think. Oh, we're talking about TB, or Mycobacterium tuberculosis. It's a disease that affects the body. Today, bacteria live in all four corners of the world. Sometimes, you might be one of them. So why don't you have this disease? This pandemic is so dangerous. How can we strengthen ourselves? If you want to learn more about what to do, watch this video till the end. The SARS-CoV-2 virus is a very slow and highly sensitive virus that can kill humans. It is a very contagious virus, but it is also a disease that does not appear on the surface. It does not kill people as quickly as you think. It is very susceptible to the way humans react. Therefore, it is not easy to destroy the way we react. So why is this so popular? Generally, this bacteria is transmitted to humans through the respiratory tract. Then we take it to our lungs and inhale it. Our lungs produce a large amount of the virus that destroys the immune system. The immune system only destroys it by taking it. This is transmitted to TB bacteria as well. But for this, the bacteria are in a very good condition. Big Bs usually go to a pathogen and then put a variety of amino acids in it to destroy it. But there is a lot of evidence that this pathogenic bacteria can give it a lot of blood, so no harm will happen to them. Not only that, very quickly, they take this big B under their control and start taking it in their own form. From within it, they take it as a protective quality. It is very rare to find a bacterium that is more infectious than many other bacteria. Normal infectious bacteria develop at a rate of only 60% like this. However, even if it is active, if this bacterium is infected, it does not decrease by half. This is a completely infectious epidemic. After that, a large number of new infectious bacteria are released. This is yet another example of how our immune system is being attacked by a large number of immune cells. Bacteria are well prepared for this situation. They attack the cells in this way. Because of their large number of cells, it is very easy for the immune system to destroy the cells of other immune cells. One must be careful not to target these pathogens. Then, the bacteria can spread and reproduce this bacteria. This is called bactericulate destruction. We don't want any of these pathogens to get infected. So, what we do is do a couple of things. We make a large, transparent ball, and we use bacteria. It's used to control the microorganisms. They can't stay in the ball for much longer. See you in the pool one. So, once again, this bacteria, it's very slow to kill the bacteria in it, step by step. This is what happens. We think that the bacteria will disappear, and as I said a long time ago, it will grow in a circle. As long as it has a strong way of rejuvenating itself, it will grow in this way. Now, for some reason, the way it rejuvenates itself is blocked. At this time, the larvae release the bacteria that are responsible for the disease. At this time, the process of rejuvenating the larvae is ready for battle. During the mating season, it produces large amounts of food and other nutrients for the battle. As a result, the larvae get infected with a virus from time to time, and after that, the larvae begin to spread. Our larvae do not have a disease like this, and we don't know how to rejuvenate it. There is no cure for this disease. They fight side by side. This is due to the high level of oxygen in the lungs. When a person is exposed to this level of oxygen, it is difficult for him or her to breathe. That's why the lungs start to cough a lot. At times, the lungs can even come out of this cough. This is one of the plans of the bacteriological bacteria. When this cough comes out, millions of bacteria surround it. When the disease spreads, the lungs become very large. Naturally, the disease is very difficult to prevent. But whenever we do try and offer our services, we are successful in preventing them. So, if preventive medicine doesn't help the disease, it doesn't kill the caterpillar. Fastening services in the verse's copyright daughter. The most common way to strengthen the immune system is to give birth to a baby or a child, or to treat a disease. Only in the last 23 years, the number of people who have died due to tuberculosis has increased by 1.3 million. In other words, tuberculosis is more dangerous than COVID-19, but it is also a biological disease. Many of these deaths are due to a lack of response. The patient can develop a taken in a month or year. It's even possible for the patient to die from this disease. This disease is present in facilities like guided air and Herculean baths. This disease was different during the economic recession. Currently, there's a very successful trial for human trafficking in Sri Lanka. This treatment is very effective for patients with kidney disease in Sri Lanka. If the disease is treated quickly, it can be completely cured in Sri Lanka. A cancer patient must receive at least 6 months of treatment without a prescription. During this time, if a patient is diagnosed with a disease, there is a good chance that they will be diagnosed with the disease. In this way, BCG is given to all children who have a weak immune system. Cancer patients should be treated during this time. So, if this is how the disease spreads and the world becomes more positive, why does it still affect the world? One of the reasons is that the world is still not aware of this disease. If you look at the current world, most of the countries in North America, Europe, and Australia are not aware of the death rate of the disease. This is mostly the case in Africa, South America, and Asia, and also in the low-lying countries. In 2022, there were 3,002 cases of death in 6 countries. India, China, Indonesia, the Philippines, Pakistan, and Nigeria are among them. In 2022, the highest number of cases of death was in the Asian countries. India was one of the countries with the highest number of cases in China. Cyclicity herpes can potentially spread into many atheistic and HIV-positive patients without treatment. This is the case because there is a high incidence of them in the population, including patients with side effects of viral transmission, as well as those with genetic problems, agreement at the time. After the disease spread to the patients, it became a successful medicine in the world in the early 1970s. It was only 20 years after BCG was introduced to the market. In the next 25 years, that is, until 1965, there have been 8 patients who have recovered from the disease. In the last 47 years, that is, in the last 12 years, we have not developed any new drugs. We are very proud to be able to use the drugs we have developed so far to treat cancer. In addition, testing for new drugs alone is a very difficult task. In any case, we will be able to develop these microbacteria faster than we think, using the drugs we have developed so far. The main reason for this change was that it was not profitable to supply medicine to the whole world. Even if BCG came to Carly 100 years ago, it would not have been able to reach the whole world. If BCG had come, it would have been possible to supply medicine to the whole world. But that was not the case. At the beginning of the 2010s, the need for a new popular medicine to cure tuberculosis spread around the world. This vaccine was developed in 2012 to be able to treat tuberculosis. 2 more popular medicines were developed, and very soon, the tuberculosis program was able to spread. The test results came out positive. Therefore, in the present, we do not have a cure for tuberculosis. In the present, there is a chance for tuberculosis to spread around the world again.